Oh, I can't get it. Hey, Zeekers, how you doing? Welcome to the Sticks and Bricks edition of the Zeekers live stream. I'm your host Z, and I'm here,
Chad Ventures. It's my stage name.
I feel odd. I'm going to be honest. I feel odd being in Sticks and Bricks here. I feel odd eating breakfast early. They have a wonderful continental breakfast. They give the word continental. They put in the continental breakfast. They give meaning to the word continental in the continental breakfast. Yes, you can make your own waffles. All the bacon you can eat, or not eat, right?
Not eat.
Yeah. So we're going to do something special here because I am especially lazy this August 2nd, 2024. Is it August 2nd? I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, already. I don't want to sit around doing editing and stuff like that, I just did a Jackery video on this, and I'm just going to say real quick as a follow-up, Jackery did the right thing. They sent me after the confusion, they sent me I'll show you what they sent me. They sent me one of these, right? And that goes into the car. They were even saying, okay, let's get this straight. Do you need the one that goes right onto the battery? And then there's like, no, I need the one where it's the actual order number, the part number, that one. Yeah. The car adapter charger, the DC car charger adapter. I don't know. Maybe they need to give special names to things like Susie. Yeah, you need to get a Susie. If you got the Jackery E1000 V2, you need a Susie. Anyway, we're going to do compliments of Chad Ventures. We're going to do an unboxing. Now, let's do a little backstory here. Let me see. Let's make sure we got everything. There we go. I should have had this here. I'm just going to put this right here so we can be. There we go. We're very prepared.
So prepared.
Spent many hours preparing for this video. You can tell from the shot, right? The professional shot where you get a little bit of the edge of the window here. I think
natural lighting.
Yeah. Natural light here. Maybe let's bring you in a little closer. All right. Let me risk everything. Oh, check 1, 2. Yeah, especially moving
check 1.
Moving this thing.
2. Check
yes.
1. Are we back? I'm back. Okay, we're checking.
Okay. Well, this is the best for me. I'm sorry, folks. This is Oh God. All right. So I did a review on this. Just got this, I don't know, a week or two ago. And so far so good. I'm happy with it. And there's a little confusion as to if these two ports, and here's something else that needs a name. Maybe call these Billies. Yeah, well, you just call these ports Billies. And they're not the same as Frankie's. Yeah, Frankie's is like one of these. This is a Frankie right here. And these are Billies. Yeah, you know the difference between Billy and Frankie? Well, Billy is thinner than Frankie's. Or is this the two Billies? I'm sorry. The Billies are thicker than the Frankies. Frankie's thin. Billy's thicker. Oh, God. Yeah, because the 57-809-17, also known as the 8mm, is not the same as the 80-07-06-25, which is... anyway, Yeah, certain things are made really kind of unnecessarily silly. You know, it's okay proprietary. I'm cool with thick pins. I like that. And a thin post. Look how thin that post is. Yeah, I'm good with that. It's not like long and it's a thick inside pin, right? So good on Jackery for doing that, right? Why don't you just call it Jackery Plug version 1, Jackery
The J plug.
version 2
Jack
plug.
plug.
Well, something of that nature so people can give you their money and buy the adapters because you don't include them with these things. Okay. Performance-wise, I'm happy with it. I'm not elated with it, and you know why I'm not elated with it? Because you just always need more power.
Yeah, you do need more power.
You need more power, and so you know, I can go now a day, maybe 2, without having to charge the 1,000 up. And yes, I'm 87 years old. Ah! And,
Do you need a spotter?
I can't I can, but I gotta cheat. Right? So
Jackery
that's how
kettlebell.
heavy it is. All right. Even a fabulously 87-year-old man such as myself has to do a cheat on it. Do it straight arm. All right. They showed like an 8-year-old carrying one of these. Yeah, you know, oddly enough, that 8-year-old is now in the Olympics in France. Yeah. Won in the men's division. Little 8-year-old girl went from, you know, picking up Jackeries to the Olympics. Okay, so that's the deal. I run my IceCo on this. I got an iPad. I got a laptop. I got the AirPods Pro 2 that needs a longer name. I got those. All of that is charged with my big Jackery and the help of my little Jackery. Now, this Jackery is the Jackery 240, the very first one. This was made back when the wheel was still square. It was 240. 240. That was the date it was made. 240 BC. That's what the AC/DC refers to in these. So anyway, I love this Jackery. I have Blue Eddy. The Blue Eddy. I need to talk to Blue Eddy people because the Blue Eddies, sent the first one back. The second one, the display is all messed up like the first one. It's past warranty. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not getting another Blue Eddy. Sorry. I haven't had to replace the Jackery at all. So I decided, you know what? I know it's a big name brand and it's a big hyped brand and whatnot, but I haven't had to replace it or have it fixed or anything like that. So that's why I got the Jackery 1000 V2. Yes, there. That's it. That's all the holes in it. There's nothing over on this side. There's nothing on the back. It's just this and this. It does indeed take 400. I have a 200 panel from Jackery and a 200 panel from Renergy. Hello, friend, San Sueto. Aloha. Yeah, I have the Renergy 200 watt panel as well, and that was where the problem was. Can I plug the Renergy panel into this? Why, yes, I can. There's nothing wrong with this, as they were saying. There's nothing wrong with this. You just need what Jackery sells as what's called an adapter.
Another one.
So yeah, I bought an adapter. They sent 2 adapters just in case. So now I've got 37 adapters, right? And thank you, because I'm now selling them on eBay, and I'm making my money back on my Jackeries. Just kidding. Where are you guys? Is it cold outside? What happened? Why are you indoors? His vehicle broke down, and we had to get a place to stay or else be arrested. I ain't kidding. All right, so yeah, in America, being a nomad is now illegal. Yes, so you got to hide, you got to shuck and jive, and if your vehicle goes out, you're screwed. Yeah, for what?
For living.
For living. Yeah, you're not allowed to not
To live your lifestyle.
have a house. You have to own a house or buy a house or an apartment. You're not actually allowed to live in your vehicle. You're not allowed to live out in the wilderness or anything like that. Not in America, you're not. This is the land of the free. Yeah. That's authoritarian. You know, this is about the freedom that the Jackery made in China gives us.
Goodness gracious.
Right? This is about the freedom, the Chinese given freedom that we get with our Jackeries. Yeah, we're not jacking around here. Okay.
Where does it say made in China?
So, yes, authoritarianism.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know this, you might have gotten the wrong advertising. You might have gotten the wrong memo. America is the king of authoritarianism. Okay? Yeah. With that. Oh, check.
Check.
There we go.
It was off for a second there, and then it came back on. Okay.
Yeah, we got to really watch
Yeah.
These are solar generators. With these, you can perhaps find your way out of authoritarian rule. A little bit, maybe. Just a little. Yeah. Out of American authoritarianism rule and straight into Chinese authoritarian rule, baby. China wins. China wins. Just kidding. All right, listen, we're just kidding here, okay? Okay? But what we're not kidding about is our love and devotion and dedication to Jackery. Because I did not just get one Jackery. I did not just buy a second Jackery and the panels, mind you. No. I conned Chad into buying a Jackery of his own. So now he has it. He's jacking it, so to speak.
I'm jacking it.
He's jacking it.
Now I have the jack.
He hasn't even opened up the box. So what this video is, this is a very peculiar video. Usually we're very straight-laced, very 1, 2, 1, 2, ABC, XYZ, right? You know me. No. Now we're doing an unboxing and a review and an appreciation. So do you know how to fix cars? You know what? Yeah, let's not do this. Let's talk about fixing cars. Do these hands look like they fix cars, my friend? No, they play beautiful music and press the skin of beautiful dancing girls and whatnot. No, anyway, yeah. So suelto. I have to stay on topic here, okay? I'll get to that. I like the question though. You always have great questions. All right. This is the Jackery 240, first version, first generation. This is the Jackery 1000 version 2. And now yeah, it's not heavy.
The Jackery 3.
Now, why don't you go ahead and take the spotlight here? Yeah, you don't have any information we need to worry about there. And I'll even let's really get right and tight with this. Now, in your head, or maybe you have a separate device, go ahead and play some Jackery product opening music right about here. I prefer doing it this way because then you get to hear music of your liking during the unboxing. Now, which one did you get?
This is the Jackery 300.
So-
Explorer 300.
Right, so this was the 240, this is the 300. What is the maximum power? Well, you know, Jackery's sporting at 3,000 right now, but this is a 300. So this one's more powerful than this one, but I bet you it's about the same size.
Ding, ding.
Yeah. So let's check that out.
Whoop.
Now, gosh golly, Chad, what made you decide on Jackery?
Well, I have a friend of mine,
Yes,
and
Jackery are used and they're predominantly used. In fact, let me show you the panels that I have for these units, since I have them right here.
I think maybe your mic is out and my mic is on.
No, I'm on. We're good. There we go. So this is a Ranergy. This is a third-party brand, but a very popular and trusted brand, Ranergy. And this is 200 watts. And then this is Jackery's panel, which is 200 watts. And it's called bifacial because I think it kind of accepts sun on both sides of the panel. So 200 plus 200 gives us 400 for the Jackery. Of course, you're not going to get exactly 400. You're going to get more like 300, a little over 300. Don't ask. Yeah. How does the Jackery compare to other portable power stations on the market? Well, man, we're gonna have to pay Son of Soweto. He is just great. They are the most trusted and most known brand. I've had this for many years now. When they first came out with this, I bought this, and it has not failed. I've bought a few other brands. They have failed. So I'm sticking with Jackery. So this comes with this is the AC cable, and this is the car charger, and this is the wall charger, the AC wall charger. And you know what's awesome? That got all that for free. It comes with it. The Jackery only comes with a power cord. That's it. Just a cord. The inverters, or the power brick is inside the Jackery now on the 1000. So let's see.
ready?
Here, let's do it real up close and yeah. Okay, now get your sexy music here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Nothing else in the box. I feel like I'm doing a magic trick. Yeah. All right. That's the side. That's the sexy back end. Which Jackery generator model is?
Right for your vehicle? Was that it?
I'd say any of these, right? Any from the 240 to 300 up to the 1000 would be just fine to charge off of this. However, beware, this is the Frankie, not the Billy.
Not Billy.
Not Billy. Frankie is thin, and Billy is thick. All right, this is the Billy cord. I call the Billy cord just because no one else wants to give these a name. So this is now officially the Bill cord. It has a thick pin in there. It's not the Frankie cord with the thin pin. Okay. All right. So the smaller units, of course, take the thinner pin. Yeah. And your bigger thing just won't fit into there, and this won't fit into this. Right? So buyer beware. for getting the 1000 V2. The package I get does not come with all this fun stuff. They actually sent me this though. Compliments. Jackery complimentary sent me out this and some adapters. Thank you, Jackery. That was the right thing to do. So what do we have here?
It looks like
I think we could just go ahead and give these guys the best view. Yeah.
two AC.
Now, what's interesting? Oh boy, I am as envious as can be. Okay, well, first of all,
Size.
the Jackery 240, the Jackery 300. Let's see if there's any size difference there.
They look the same.
Looks pretty dang spot on.
Back to back.
Yeah. Again, this is the 240.
Width. Yeah, width is the same.
240. This is the most recent 300.
Yeah, height and width.
Yeah.
Same.
Weight
Weight.
about the same. I can't tell any difference.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So if you're considering the 240, now what was going on? Wasn't like the 300 cheaper than the old 240?
Yeah, that was the case at the time. 300 was cheaper than the 240. 240 was at like 220 or something, and the 300 was on sale at like 189.
Wow. Yeah. Now this is the 300 is obviously more feature packed than the 240. There is no USB-C on the 240. There is not only a USB-C, but an in-out USB-C power delivery. That's cool. That means if you want to charge this unit from a USB-C, you can, or you can just charge it off of the input from here. We were afraid, and maybe some units don't have this. So watch out if you're buying a Jackery, because I wouldn't want just a USB-C in, right? I would want to have this. I don't see a lot of solar panels with a USB-C out to charge.
Yeah, it's like a change in technology.
Yeah.
They're trying to switch it.
So it has two AC ports as opposed to the 240, and you've got two USB-C A's with the one USB-C, and they finally put a thing-a-ding here. Yeah, a thing-a-ding. Yeah, you need a thing-a-ding.
A rubber
when
cover.
you got a big hole like that, you need a thing-a-ding. Let's just make that clear. Thank you, Jackery. That was a very good thing to do. Now, you've had this for a while now. What, about 4 or 5 minutes? I don't know. Well, you've had it out for 23 minutes. You've had this. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, it turns on.
It's pretty. Does it turn on? Have we turned it on yet? Here. With the finger of God, turn it on. Oh, and it comes charged it with how much?
59.
59. Dang. All right. So, yeah, obviously, he hasn't had this long enough to give like a full review. But I can sort of say that I'm probably going to be pretty jealous because this has all the things that I wish this had. It's cheaper. Now, did they go with the LiPo 4 on this?
No.
They didn't. Okay, good. At least I don't have to be jealous about that.
Yeah, this one doesn't have light before.
So, yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them now, or when this video gets archived, you can ask them in the questions in the comments below. One of the questions that was asked, I'd like to kind of give that question a little bit more time, which is, how does Jackery compare to the other brands? Jackery has been in the past some of the most expensive, and I think, and they also have had what we'd say a lesser battery chemistry. I say in quotes lesser, right? One battery just never dies. The other one dies like I don't know, like sometime when you do. So I think it's marginal. Um, but I think their pricing is really gotten competitive lately. One, two. I've never had problems with my Jackery. Knock on wood, right? That I don't have any further problems. Uh, I've had Blue Eddy. What other ones have I had? I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I haven't had anything other than a Blue Eddy and a Jackery. Yeah, I don't think I can count some of the other solar units I've had prior to the big solar generation, solar thing that came up where they finally got functional.
Hmm.
I've been trying to do solar since like the 80s, and yeah, okay, those don't count. Let me see. Anything you want to add? Yeah, you personally got this to back up your Blue Eddy,
Yeah, I have a Blue Eddy right now.
and you're considering perhaps.
I'm considering switching to full Jackery because the Blue Yeti, it it states that 20% to 80%. Usually, it charges only up to 80% to save the battery of the LiFePo 4, and if that's the case, then you're only working with, your 80 to 20%, 60% difference. So you're not using 40% of what you could if you had to, and then when you deplete it, it's bad, and then it'll get depleted sometimes, especially in the heat nowadays. Right now, and also just need a bigger unit to power the refrigerator. The 800 barely meets the requirements to hold it over for the night if there was a lesser sunshiny day to catch the energy.
So if conditions
Yeah.
weren't just right, you wouldn't really be able to power your battery and the refrigerator.
Yeah, essentially, when the sun sets, I should have at least 80% to 100% with the Blue Yeti. And whether or not it charges up to 100% is kind of iffy because that 100 to 80 goes down pretty quick on the display
On the
and
Blue Eddy.
on the Blue Eddy, yeah.
Blue Eddy,
And
yeah.
on the display, it gives you a 20, 40, 60, 80, 100
Increments.
increment. Yeah, so you don't, and it doesn't really state whether or not, if you're at 60%, if that's at 79%, because, if it's not 80%, it ain't 80%. If it's 60% and you still have 19 more percent, and the 1% difference doesn't show up in the calculation or the display for you to observe and then plan for it, your planning is kind of altered because of that. So
When you put the human element in there,
yeah.
which is wishful thinking, you're looking at the percentage and you go, "Oh yeah, I'm at 80." No, that's probably 60.
Mm-hmm. Or
And
yeah.
you might unplug it and look at the display and it reads 100. No, that could be 70.
Yeah.
That could be 70. So the display and the reading on at least the Blue Eddy that I have, which is the AC 70 or something, and you have the what?
It's I forget the name of it. It's an 800 watt.
800 watt, so I have like I think a 300 or 500 watter, right? So now my 300 watt Blue Eddy is not this small. So they're making them smaller now. Look at this. 300 watts now is the same size as the 240. That's wild.
Very nice for car and nomadic travels.
Yeah. And now it is funny. We kind of are in the same path, maybe haphazardly. So by happenstance, not haphazardly, by
By
happenstance.
happenstance.
Yeah. So, and that is, I got my refrigerator, my ice, my my compressor refrigerator, I think is how you say it. The compressor refrigerator. Hey, check, 1, 2, okay. And I had this, and I had the Blue Eddy, and it was just a real struggle for the Blue Eddy to stay charged, and for me even to know if it was charged and everything.
Yeah.
So I would like plug this in, which is highly underpowered for a refrigerator, but this would work just fine. Not as long, of course, but would work long enough for me to charge the Blue Eddy and not do any pass through or anything, and charge it back up, and then throw the fridge back on the Blue Eddy. So, and you, same exact thing, and then. Yeah, after talking with you, we both kind of sort of figured that was probably going to be the one.
Yep.
Yeah, and boy, we don't know what the performance is yet, so we're not going to jump the gun on this. But this really does look sweet. Yeah, and by the way, no, Jackery ain't. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that. Yeah, we work hard out on the streets, making the hard, cold cash to pay for this stuff. Stolen credit cards. No, just kidding. Yes, I in my world, this is it. This is the combo, right? This is one. I need to carry the thing for even a little bit. Yeah, this is. I don't really want to carry this. No, it's heavy, but it's definitely portable, right? I can only imagine what the 3000, how much that weighs. The 3000 Explorer has wheels on it. So the question was, how does it compare? Being that Blue Eddy is pretty much at the top of the heap, only beaten by Jackery as far as brand recognition, I'd say Jackery is killing it, man. I think it's retribution, because Jackery came out kind of first. That was the first brand we all kind of heard about. I'm sure there was a brand before Jackery. I'm just saying. When the explosion happened, it was Jackery that was at the forefront of that explosion. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that was like the most advertised battery, and then all these other ones started. EcoFlow is another new one.
Oh yeah.
I haven't tried it.
Yeah, EcoFlow Delta 2 is what I was going to get before I decide on this.
A lot of it is the dimensions of the product and how this is going to fit in to how you're going to use it. Like for my vehicle, I would rather it be a nice tight box than some kind of weird towering rectangle that's top heavy that could get knocked over easy.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad that they went with the Blue Eddy handle. Except Blue Eddy had like a double handle, which was really dumb. Because sand would get into it, and you couldn't even get into the handle because sand would jam the handle in there. So just one big handle. Good job on that. And I don't mind the handle on this at all. I think it's actually preferable to have no moving parts on this.
It's rather handle.
Yeah.
Handy.
I don't mind the handle on this at all. In fact, I depend on this handle to mount my phone. I usually put my phone mount on this handle. I'm glad they didn't get rid of the handle on this, and I'm glad that they did put a handle on this. I also like the light that Jackery put on here. I typically don't use the light. They're usually in the back or somewhere, so I actually like the light in the front. And the way it's set in my vehicle, it doesn't shine in my face. It shines to the wall. And it's got a nice little sort of dimming. But this is not about the Jackery 1000 or the Jackery 240. This is about the Jackery 300 Explorer 300. Yeah.
No light,
Yeah,
but
no light. Yeah, you don't need it. You don't
no
need
need
light
though.
on this.
The hold me over power source for the big one.
Yeah. That's a great way to term this is the hold me over power source.
Yeah.
That might have to be the title, the hold me over power source, Jackery 300. Not sponsored yet. Jackery. Hey, you know who,
Oh,
you know who loves you. You know who to send that Explorer 3000 out and do not send Jackery. Listen up. Don't send me stuff to review without sending the panels out. And you know what? Send the unit out with the panels. Is that so hard? You know how like disparaging it is when you get this and you don't have solar panels and you're like, oh, where's the solar panels? Oh, I got some solar panels I'll use. And then, they don't work in the Jackery. Oh, I'll get an adapter, and then you get an adapter. Now your adapter is about this long, sticking out, breaking the port. Okay, so just what if they buy both? Yeah, send them both together, please. And if you're going to have people do reviews, send them the panels. Or don't send them anything. Send them the panels, because as a viewer of reviews, I see these things and they go, well, I'm going to do a review and an unboxing. I don't have the panels. I mean, well, then don't do the review, please. Yeah. By the way, Jackery's Solar Saga panels, they're infamous for how well they work with their own products. Duh, right? And yeah, I couldn't argue with that. I think they're the best solar panels I've bought. I have bought a good deal of solar panels, both folding hard panels and hard panels. So I would say that the Jackery solar panels, as overpriced as they are, they might be double the price of regular panels. They're nice. Yeah, they are nice. They even have a cord that has the solar, like the cord has the USB-A and USB-C connectors on the cord itself. It's ingenious. So, anything else we need to say about this? Any other questions that were asked on this? I remember. You remember?
Could you send me adapter cords too next time? Because y'all know we're gonna need it. You might as well just put it in the package.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, or at least like definitely. You know, Jackery, you can on your site, especially with the AI, say, if you have other solar panels, then you're going to need the adapter for that solar panel, and these are the common ones.
Yeah.
Check blah blah blah. AI can do that.
Just a little communication so we can, buy your stuff.
Send you more money. Just help us out here.
We just want to give you money, damn it.
Now listen, Jackery, we're talking about that. Jackery has done a advertising campaign that I don't think can be matched in the industry. Everywhere I turn, there's a Jackery ad going on somewhere on every social media platform, billboards, buses, women running around with T-shirts saying Jackery on it. Anyway. In other words, they're real popular. Super popular. And with popularity comes, a strained staff. Let's just put it nicely, okay? You get people that they don't really know the product line. Before that job, they were selling toasters or something. They were doing customer service for like Black & Decker drills or something, right? So they don't necessarily know the product, and there's some funky things going on with overseas service reps, right? I think they get paid to say, "Oh yeah, send it back." No, no. There's nothing wrong with the unit. They were trying to get me to send the 1,000 back. I'm like, no, I've been using these things long enough. It works fine. It's an adapter. I need an adapter. It took weeks. So hopefully they can get that together. They're swamped. They're overwhelmed. Why are they overwhelmed? Because the product works. It's a very popular brand. I think it's also important to buy a brand when you're dealing with anything electronic and that you're going to depend upon, that you buy a brand that that's well known, that's going to be around. I think that may or may not be important to you, but it's important to me that I know I can go, okay, something's wrong with this, I need to send it back. Can you send me a new one? Can you give me a part for it or whatever, right? So the fact that Jackery has been around and that they've invested so much in their current advertising, right?
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling they're going to be around longer. Don't know about Bluetti. You know, maybe Bluetti is switching to more of the home market.
Perhaps.
The big home market battery.
Yeah.
And maybe Jackery is focusing on the more portable
Outdoors.
outdoor, overlanding kind of
Yep,
thing.
overlanding.
Right? So, hey, and if that's the case, then we win as customers.
Yeah, then all right, we got what we need.
Yeah. So
we found what we're looking for.
Yeah. So hopefully, whatever they're doing it for the sake of us, the beloved customer, who send our hard-earned dollars so we can have a sense of freedom and liberty. Once again, look at that. Is it an illusion that one looks bigger than the other? Oh, look how small! Look how big! Oh no! Look how big! Look how small the 300 is compared to the 240.
Goodness gracious! How did it shrink?
Yeah. All right, and let me see. One last thing I can say and talk about regarding solar panels and charging this stuff with solar panels. And that is Jackery's allow you to over panel. So I have 400 watts combined here. The adapter. Yeah, I have to make sure you have
the adapter.
If you have an off brand. Okay. That's 400 watts. Well, I don't know if you know much about solar, but when it says 200 or 400 or whatever, it ain't that. You're lucky to get 80% efficiency. Lucky to get 80% efficiency. Remember that whenever they say it's 100 watt. Go, no, it isn't.
Yeah, so I'll get 70.
Yeah.
78. 79.
Yeah, something like that, right? And I've only gotten 300. Now I haven't done the math because, well, yeah, I have 400 here. I haven't gotten much more than 310, right? So when we say over panel, you can over panel these, and you could put, let's say, 500 watts, right? It's not going to hurt anything, right? And you might be able to then get that full 400 watts. When we plug this in, the 1000 into the wall, what was it pulling in?
It was pulling between 750 and 850. It peaked up to like 940 at one point, but then it went back down to
Again, this is the 1000, not the 300. Yeah. So yeah, it gets a little tricky kind of understanding this stuff, but trust me, it's not rocket science, you know. The percentage The battery percentage, being able to see exactly what battery percentage, that's huge. I don't want to know approximately what it is, right? And with these, once you charge them up a few times at 100%, I'm told, and it seems to make sense, that you should only charge it up to about 80. I violate that often, just because I forget. Uh, does this have the app? Is there an app connected with this?
I don't know.
Yeah, because this does not have Bluetooth.
I don't think it does.
But this does have the 1000 V2 does have Bluetooth. Some of them have Bluetooth, some of them don't. Before I had it, I was making a big deal out of it, right? Because you could adjust how, like, stop the charging at 80%, et cetera, have the charging start when it gets down to 60 or 30 or whatever, right? And that's a good way of conditioning your battery. Batteries take well to conditioning, right?
Yeah.
And so having an app that will do that for you allows to prolong the life of the battery. However, like I said, I haven't used it yet. So apparently it wasn't that important to me. But by not using it, I wind up charging this to 100%, not meaning to. So yeah, okay, I'll start using the app. All right. But what I'm saying is the app might not be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Especially something more portable like this, where you're actively using it.
Yeah, and it's you can carry it with you. Display buttons right there.
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right. Well, we will. Chad Ventures, if you haven't been over to his. Oh man, we haven't done any set design at all. Look at that. The scene was showing. If you haven't been over to Chad Ventures channel, go over there now and go check his channel out. His channel literally rocks. You'll see what I mean when you get there. And yes, I'm using the word literally in a very correct English manner. I know that literally is literally overused, isn't it?
Literally, like oh my
Like,
god,
literally.
like totally, like literally, literally around the corner. Literally drank coffee. It literally did it.
So go over to his channel and literally subscribe to his channel, and you won't be sorry. You won't be. You'll thank me. You'll come back and subscribe to my channel, by golly, after going. Maybe his channel's not so bad either. I don't know. Maybe. You'll probably do a follow-up review, maybe.
In the future, yeah. Once we
So
get
there
this
you
thing
go.
charged up.
I can't do a follow-up on this in the future because it's not mine. I'm going to tell you what I feel about his Jackery. That's not even right. I don't think one man can talk about another man's Jackery.
It might not be. It might not be for a while too, because I have to get a panel that's going to be compatible with this, and then yeah.
Dang.
Perhaps in a week.
Man. Well, you can still plug it into the wall.
Absolutely.
And you can plug it into your car.
I could also. I wonder if I could charge this from my Blue Yeti. I don't think I could.
Your panels will fit into there. That's the Frankie. That's not the Bill.
Oh, that's the Frankie.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be just fine.
Yeah, your panels will work just fine in there.
So you don't need an adapter right off the bat with this one, unless you want, I guess, the Solar Saga.
If you get the Solar Saga, you got to get the Solar Saga that goes with this.
With the
that
300.
would be my guess. Check on that, man. Listen,
Yeah.
This is the main thing with Jackery, and people didn't like it. Like I said, I don't mind that Jackery has their own proprietary ports, as long as they're good, and I think they're good. But make sure that you're getting a Frankie and just ask by that name. Say, now are those the Billy ports or the Frankie ports? The Frankie ports are the thin pin. Remember, Frankie's thin, Billy's thicker. Yeah, we're going to say it.
Thicker.
Yeah, we're not going to say
Thicker.
We're going to say thicker.
Thicker.
Yes, just more big boned.
Large
Large
skinned.
Yeah. So if you get one of these and you've already got panels, you've already got plugs and stuff that you want to put into it, make sure you got the thin pin for these smaller Jackeries and the thick pin for the bigger. This is what they consider an 8 millimeter. Yeah, and it's like a 70 something number. They say it's a 7038 or something, right? Also known as 8 millimeter. That annoys me. Why not just call it a Frankie? Huh? Call it a Frankie. Okay. And then this is called the ones here, right?
Billy.
This is called the 8043 or some number like that. 8043. Now 80 is the same number as 8. So you would go, oh, so this is like a thick 8 millimeter. Nope, no, that's not called that. What is it called? Oh, it's an 80 something number. Yeah. So, like I said, fine, but just come on, call them something. Give them little personalities and sell the heck out of them, baby. You know? Yeah, the new Billy port, the new Billy, and the new Frankie ports.
Frankie 3000.
Yeah, the Frankie 3000 version 38. Right? So, yeah. I'm happy so far with my Jackery, my little Jackery, and a couple weeks now with the big Jackery. I have a funny feeling he's going to be pretty happy with that Jackery 300. And you know what? The only way we're going to know is by going over to Chad Venture's place and subscribing, hitting the notification bell. Do the same over here too. Come on. Who's it going to hurt? You know? I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna shave for you guys.
I did.
Yeah. He's never shaved a day in his life. But I'm gonna shave. Yeah. I just like to. You know why I do this? I like to prove to people that I'm a white man. Asian can't grow. Anyway.
Mine turns orange.
Orange, damn.
I get some orange. Yeah, some orange chin hairs.
You should be politically motivated. Yeah. Hey, this is the only orange I represent.
It's like five. There's like 5 stubs. Like.
Yeah. Well, you know, guess what? I think we're at. Oh yeah, we're damn near at an hour. I like to do these for an hour. How is that? A whole hour on the Jackery. 240, 300, 1,000. Not sponsored. We even curse. Yeah, we're so unsponsored. We even curse in this video. Have we cursed in this video yet?
No.
I
Maybe some PG words.
No.
Parental guardian.
I kind of would like to curse, but I'm not gonna. I kind of feel obligated to not curse now. But I would have cursed. I would have. You know.
Coulda.
I would have, like, right in the middle. I would have, like, dropped an F-bomb. You know. Or said that. The L. No, the D word. No. I'm trying to be safe here. I'd say the Z word. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I would have said it if I would have, could have, should have. So, yeah. We like to do a 1 hour, and this is unsponsored, so I don't think anything like this exists on the internet. Much like a lot of our content, nothing like it exists. Nothing like his content or my content exists. at least superficially speaking. Like, you know, two extremely handsome men sharing the same camera.
Looking intently.
Yeah, yeah. Talking about their own Jackeries. You know. Now, ladies, understand. He's a young guy. He's a young guy. Admittedly, half my age, right? Admittedly.
So young.
Yeah, admittedly. But you know, I'm just saying. You know, this is my Jackery, and well, that's his Jackery. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and he'll admit he's blue-eddied. He is blue-eddied. He's blue-eddied. He has.
Yeah, might as well just call it cyanosis.
Blue-eddied is like
Cyaneti.
football. There's a
Cyane, exactly, cyaneti.
Is that what that is?
Cyanosis, yeah,
Oh,
when you turn
no.
blue, cyaneti.
Oh, you see, I could've
Oh,
kept it PG.
dear.
I could have kept it PG. if I
We
just
we
would've-
couldn't, no.
So.
At least PG-13. At most.
So, yeah. Two men talking about the Jackers. Mine's better.
Yeah, well, you know, my portable one's bigger than your portable one.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's not, because they're the same
Yeah,
size.
but it's more powerful. His portable one's more powerful.
It's an age thing.
Yeah. That's all right, man. You know, it's a matter of how long. It's not. Yeah, I mean, sure, you can charge it. The device, shall we say, and then send it on its way. But here you're gonna spend a little time. Yeah, you're gonna spend a little time. Just a little more. Just a little more time. That's all. Yeah, you're gonna spend a little more time plugged in, shall we say.
Yeah,
This is really devolved from
Yeah.
a quite meaningful, well-meaning and meaningful unboxing and review to just two guys like whipping their Jackeries out. That's what this has devolved to.
we just couldn't hide our true selves.
And then the old man from Placerville bragging about his Jackery being bigger. Of course.
He's had to bring his Jackery on and his charging stations
The
too.
old guy from the land of Orange.
Had to bring in his Billy.
Two Billy. So
He
remember,
brought in two Billies.
Billy plugs, Frankie plugs, ask for him by name. All right, I am back. Son of Soweto, this is the end of the show, and we've been waiting for you. Please give us an answer, a question rather. And an answer would be fine too, but a question would probably give us the 3.5 minutes that we need to fill the time here. Maybe I should just do blatant advertising. Just fooling you. Jackery did send us all these products. We are a sponsored channel.
For free.
We make a lot of money off of Jackery and... All right. I have a number of questions. All right. That's one. What's the next one? He's like, that's not a question.
Is uno.
That's not a question. Okay, I have a question for you guys. How do we sound? We're using a wireless mic. What is it saying? From an amateur. Well, very good, amateur. Amateur away. You know the difference between an amateur and a professional? An amateur borrows and a professional steals. There you go. Ask away, Son of Soweto. From the town of Petrel?
Oh, I forget. Oh.
Petaluma. No, Petrel. Portero.
Wasireta.
No. Portland. Pensacola, New Jersey. No. He's just laughing right now. He's just like, he's going to go watch it. I'm gonna just give these guys a brain aneurysm and not tell them where I'm from.
The
I'm just
the
tired.
suspense is killing
I'm
us.
tired of telling these guys where I'm from.
Is
All right, there we go. Maybe special made requirements for Jackery. That. Yeah. Oh, I've had this for I don't know 37 years. I've had this.
Pretoria.
Pretoria, thank you. Pretoria, thank you. Sam Soweto from Pretoria, South Africa. I have not had to do anything. I'll get like a little Q-tip, ear tip, with a little bit of alcohol, and I'll like clean out the ports every now and then. Maybe now I haven't gotten to then. So for the years that I've had this, I've done it now, and I plan to do it then again. Yeah. So very little, if none. Yeah. Yeah. That's a great question. No. However, oh, thank you, Son of Soweto. Man, what would we do without Son of Soweto and his valuable questions? This is a bit of maintenance I need to do on the. I rarely use this yet. It's kind of. This is for the Jackery 240, and it's the power brick for charging from AC. And if you notice, even with very little use, I have this kind of thing going on where the wires are bare. So, my understanding of electricity is that when those two wires connect, that's no good. Yeah, that's called a fire. Yeah, usually electrical fires or something. Yeah, 35 years, but my math is pretty bad. Probably more like 4 years. Yeah, I think some 4 years, 22, yeah. Something like 4 years. Yeah. So I rarely use this, but I guess in storing it just kind of did that. So,
Ouch.
Jackery, would you please send me one of these for free?
Please.
Please. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to charge this and I realized I have to take this all apart and I have to fix that. So this is the only thing I've had to fix thus far in like the 4 years that I've owned this little Jackery 240. If you've never had a solar unit before, don't get nutty and think you need the biggest one. No, I mean you might. But I was just saying, don't immediately jump to needing the biggest one. Go to this and then see where you're at. Yeah. So see where you're at on the smaller one, and then you could do the math. Makes sense?
Yeah.
See where you're at on the smaller units, because these smaller units are getting cheap.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for yours again?
About $189.99.
Less than $200 for this. That's badass. That's really badass. Now, I know that there are DIY ways to make solar generators that are powered with the solar panels. I know that there are. Yeah, I did not choose the country. I chose the product, right? This product is way more popular and supported than any German maker or maker of any other one. Now, would I like to have bought American or German or something? I would. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd like to buy the least amount of Chinese-made stuff as possible. But I've been on that train since 1980, my friend. I've been telling the world since 1980, stop buying Chinese. And I'm a Chinese martial arts instructor, so let's not mix things up here, right? No, engineering and manufacturing are two different things, my friend. Yes. And this so far as a product that is popular and supported, and you can easily access it, you can easily replace it. Yeah, this beats everybody, hands down, Chinese or not. Yeah, and we really don't know who the engineer for Jackery is. That would be an interesting thing to find out. Right? Who engineered the Jackeries? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah. Something more conspiracy, some way. Now you're bringing out the conspiracy theory.
Nah. What have you done?
But who else would you want to buy a freedom box from? Yeah, little box of freedom. Who else would you want to buy a box of freedom from than the very people that do not want Americans to be Americans? Replacement or servicing. I haven't, no replacement or servicing done at all on these.
For 4 years.
For 4 years now. And I've had to replace my Blue Eddy like almost the first month, right?
Yeah.
A much more popular brand. But getting back to my conspiracy theory, if China was to do anything right, it would be to make solar generator batteries and solar generator units, because that would mean more freedom. And America being as authoritarianism as it is, authoritarian as we are as Americans, that would be how you would take America down, by creating the greatest. This thing will not perish. No, it ain't. No, I could throw it. It's not going. It's not going to break. Look, I can punch it. I'll punch it. No. Now, anything else, go with the German-made products. Yeah, all right? Especially the flags. Just kidding. Just kidding. Or the American flag. Maybe Chinese-made flags. How can you go wrong there? How could you go wrong with a Chinese-made flag, right? So if you're going to buy anything from China, okay, will not perish, but it can't handle high wattage appliances like refrigerators or microwaves. Yes, it can. This Jackery 1000 can absolutely, and that's what I do with this Jackery 1000. Yes, this can actually take 3,000 watt surge and can take a steady 1,500 watts. They call it the 1000 because they didn't want to waste the labels to say 1000. It's not 1,000. It's a 1,500 unit, but it says 1,000. So.
At least they only cut corners on the stickers.
Yeah, so if you're going to buy anything from China, it's going to be American flags and the Jackery. Gosh darn it. Right? Sally Struthers, right? Okay. Any more questions? Only 17 or 18 more questions, and then we gotta go. 17 or 18 questions. Okay, that counts as a question. So now 16 or 17 questions. Only precisely 16 or 17 questions, please. Yes. Okay. There's a question that came up. Okay, last question. Can you use these
as dumbbells?
As dumbbells for pumping up, for getting big like German, getting big German style, like Arnold, where he lifts to Jackery. I lift to Jackery brands, and if so, did you try it? Yes. The Blue Eddy.
Yeah.
The Blue Eddy, both of us, and you're very fortunate that this is the case. We both have Blue Eddies. He's got one of the more recent Blue Eddies. I have one of the first Blue Eddies that was created back when the wheel was still square. They were just knocking off the edges of the wheel when I bought my Blue Eddy, but nonetheless, we both have Blue Eddies. We're both not happy with the Blue Eddies. And we want to be happy. Why do we want to be happy with the Blue Eddies? Why do we want to be happy with
Because
the Blue
my
Eddies?
favorite color is blue.
I hate the color blue.
Because they have a cool name.
I want the Blue Eddy to work because they're cheap. Blue Eddy's the cheapest.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they really undercut Jackery. Like I was saying early, all these businesses came in and just nearly, I would think, I don't know if it's true, I would think they nearly bankrupt poor Jackery, poor Chinese Jackery. Yeah, I bet you, because they just came in and they were selling better solar generators, or they're solar batteries, they should be called, right? They're not generators, they don't generate anything. The panels generate the solar that goes into the battery, solar battery. There we go, that's what it's called. These are Billy ports and Frankie ports. And it's a solar battery, okay? Why is it me that has to give everything proper names? Okay. So, how do they compare? So, yeah, there's no comparison, man.
Yeah.
There's no comparisons thus far. If he has problems with this Jackery, then, you know, between the two brands. Well, Blue Eddy and Jackery make a wide range of wattage, from small 100 watt units to Jackery's biggest unit is a 3,000 watt, and Blue Eddy even makes more powerful ones than that. They make full-on towers. They look like old computer towers, you know.
Gosh.
So, yeah, there's now the question does bring up a good point. When you're looking at a unit like this is 300 watts, right? So you don't want to pay more than $1 a watt. If you're paying more than $1 a watt these days, then you're probably paying too much, right? Because this is pretty standard these days, and this is significantly less than $1 a watt, right? So a very good deal. You can tell if you're getting a good deal, regardless if it's Jack or anybody else, if they're selling it for $1 a watt or less, and they got really good reviews. These days, you just look at the reviews and see, and the AI on Amazon these days is even giving you a synopsis. How you work out the $1 a watt concept. That's not a concept. That's just the market. That's what the market bears right now. Nobody is selling solar batteries for more than that. So if somebody comes along and starts selling it for more than $1 a watt, then you know that yeah.
They're trying to trick you.
Yeah, it's right there. They got something super special, like it does more than charge. You know, who knows? Maybe you can yeah, I don't know. Who knows? So, but that's just the market. That concept is worked out by observing the market. What wonderful questions. Well, you know, I wish there was that kind of questioning here in America. In America, you know what we ask? You go, well, can I cook my hot dogs with it? Well, no, I know. You said all them numbers and stuff, 500, 300, whatever. You know, I mean, listen, it obviously has a port in there, and what I'm asking is, can you put a hot dog in there? It's a simple question. You know, you scientists, you get all mouthy and wordy, and then you can't answer a simple question. Can you put a hot dog in there? Yes or no? Can I cook a hot dog with it? All right, I'm gonna go get a Blue Eddy.
Just the tip.
I love the color blue. I'm gonna go get a Blue Eddy. Screw this Jackery. That's weird. The name Jackery's weird. Okay, I'm getting Blue Eddy. I love color blue. It's like the color of my eyes. All right.
All right.
All right. It's time for a bongo. You know, where did all of our friends go? We had friends other than us, so you can cook a hot dog with it. Yes.
Yeah, just the tip.
God. Oh, we almost got away with being a perfectly clean show. I'm going to straighten out the lamp. Is the lamp straight? Okay. Yeah, just the tip. I guess you turn it around. Yeah. Just put it in one, put it in the other.
Oh dear.
Okay.
All right.
So, any more questions? Yeah, I think that was 17.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Son of Suedo.
That was 17 fabulous questions from the Son of Suedo. Awesome, bro. Okay, this has been brought to you. This Jackery review of the Jackery Explorer 300, 240, and 1000 has been brought to you by Zeigler8.com, Zeigler 8, number 8.com. That's the hub for all things Z. That's me. Are there any significant price differences or some of those things?
Alternate specification prices beside the $1 per watt, meaning additional ports or additional features.
Yeah, you know, the one thing, I don't mind you catching us at the end here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. You might want to ask yourself, okay, what kind of ports do I need, right? What kind of panels does it take? What kind of ports do I need? That sort of stuff. And you ask that question first before the purchase, of course, right? There are so many solar companies out there. GoSun, what's the other one? Delta Pro,
Bouge RV,
Bouge RV. You got the Jackery, the Bluetti. There's
Renogy.
so many great companies out there making. Why would I say great? Is that because the emperor used to say great whenever he said, you know, there's so many great people out there doing great things.
and I just think it's really great.
that I know them and they're all following after me. Anyway.
Isn't that great?
Yes. But there are so many companies out there competing. That's what I meant to say. Not great. They're companies and they're competing. And so they're all trying to find a niche and develop a niche and serve a niche.
And they're finding that niche through additional features that other companies don't have on their battery.
Yeah.
So like Blue Yeti has the top charger thing. You can just throw your phone on the top and it will charge.
Yes,
yeah, the wireless top charger. But I mean, you don't really need that. That's more of a. Yeah, I rarely use it on mine.
Yeah. You just use it as a novelty, like, hey, I feel like James Bond right now.
Yeah, because the thing is that if you're putting your phone on the battery to charge your phone on the battery, and you're also charging your battery and it's heating up, then you're putting your phone on a battery that's heating up, and then your phone's also going to heat up with the battery.
That's right.
And then your temperature is going to get hot on your phone, and then you won't get a full charge anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those top unit chargers, wireless chargers, definitely heat up.
Yeah,
I
don't
even
mind.
considered that being an issue, and it certainly is an issue.
Yeah, totally an issue.
So
he said something. He said
thank you. Live chats.
How do you do it? Left. Stop.
You're supposed to be
Well,
able to, like,
I guess there's something about thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sansueto, for asking questions and stuff. Thanks for being a homie and hanging out with us.
there you go. All right, I don't know what's.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there you go.
The nomads, intellectuals.
Yeah.
Well, that's more syllables than I'm able
The
to
nomad.
enunciate. Yes, yes. The nomadalis intellectualis.
Nom-
Maybe a more
Nomadus intellectualis.
yeah. What do they call that? Not Hebrew. That's called not Latin. Yeah, Latin. Yeah. Hey, thank you again.
Yeah.
And again, if you have questions, when this gets archived, you can ask questions there. I really appreciate the questions because a lot of times you guys come up with things that we don't think of, and that's awesome. All right. So again, now this has been brought to you by Zeigler8.com. That's Zeigler, the number 8.com. That's the hub for all things Z. That's me. This is also brought to you by SeafoodZ.com, the place to go for a sustainable method of fitness and a practical method of self-defense. You can't find that anywhere else. I'm telling you. Guaranteed. You just can't. I swear on my Jackery that you cannot find a place on the internet or elsewhere where there is a sustainable method of fitness and a practical method of self-defense. No, there isn't. No, only on SeafoodZ.com. Make sure you go subscribe over to Chad Ventures. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, like, comment, share with everyone you know and love. It's only the right thing to do. Aloha. We'll see you on the next stream.